みんなお待たせ。君の心にドラゴンダイブレディオの時間だ。俺がいるところに物語あり。どうもナレーションです。
Hey everyone, it's Mark. This is my recap for Pokémon Journeys episode 121. The Climax begins, Ash's Masters Tournament. This was the 1206th episode of the Pokemon anime, and it was another recap episode. I'm probably going to spend more time talking about what's to come than what actually happened in this episode, so let's just get this recap of the recap over with. So the episode opens with a World Coronation Series program, and today the show is going to recap the first round matches from the Masters Tournament, do a deep dive on the 4 semifinalists, and then lastly do a shocking battle rankings, which is about Ash's Pokemon. The first part, a recap of the first round battles, was very straightforward. I know I have gotten some comments on my videos saying that sometimes my recaps make the episodes sound more exciting than they actually were, and the same could probably be said for this segment going over the first round battles. Throughout this episode, there was a lot of interesting text and dialogue that you may have missed, one such example being that apparently her match against Iris was the first time that Cynthia had ever Mega Evolved her Garchomp in an official match, which was an interesting development. Other than that, nothing too notable about this section, so let's move on to an in-depth analysis of the 4 semifinalists. Starting with Leon, I was absolutely dying at the exclusive scoop section, which said that Leon is well known to have no sense of direction. Without Charizard, he would not have found the arena, and that his request to just sleep at the stadium during the tournament was denied. Unreal. Diantha's section did not really tell us much, neither did Cynthia's in all honesty, well except for the exclusive scoop that her love of ice cream did make her fast friends with Bee. That was pretty funny. Probably the only notable thing for Ash's analysis was the graph they showed at the start. I feel like some people really take this the wrong way when they see things like this. They deliberately make Ash seem like the weakest trainer on paper because he is meant to be the underdog. I know a lot of fans want him to be treated as an equal to these other champions, and he is going to earn that honor during this tournament, but for now, he is still very much being treated as the unlikely dark horse of this competition, and I think they pretty accurately describe his battle style as unpredictable more than anything else, so don't confuse that with tactics, which is why he had such a low tactics rating. Plus, if you want them to put some more respect on Ash's name, well then just keep watching, because now it's time to rank his most shocking battles on the way to the Masters Tournament. More specifically, they are ranking his 3 craziest move combinations, starting with the Iron Tail plus Quick Attack combo that he did versus Bee in the Ultra class. They gave second place to when Dragonite learned Draco Meteor against Iris, which they rightfully point out was another victory against another member of the Masters 8. But if we're talking about crazy moves that have to be seen to be believed, well then it should come as no surprise that Lucario's G-Max Aura Sphere against Raihan landed in the #1 spot. Now that we have run through that World Coronation Series program, the scene shifts to Ren listening to another radio show, this one titled A Dragon Dive Into Your Heart. Another subtle but funny line of dialogue here, as the host of the show is Narration. Great play on words there, Mr. Narrator. So this program starts with a message that was sent in from Silent Boy, aka Alistair, who is writing in about Ash's Gengar. This leads into a full-on flashback of how Ash earned Gengar's trust back at the start of Journeys. Hearing this story causes Man of Steel to write in, and this turns out to be Wickstrom, who tells a similar story about Ash and Sirfetch'd. Once again, this goes to a full-on flashback, this time of Ash's battle against Rinto when Farfetch'd evolved. Wickstrom is predictably driven to tears by remembering such a chivalrous occasion, but now the narrator throws it to a song break, which turns out to be the ending theme. This did leave me a little confused since we had gotten segments dedicated to Pikachu, Dragonite, Lucario, Gengar, and Sirfetch'd, but where was... Oh, here we go. The episode is actually ending with a Dracovish segment, and it's in the form of a storybook. I thought this was absolutely perfect for Dracovish's character, as it's told from the perspective of Dracovish, who explains that even though it got resurrected in an unfamiliar world, its strong jaw will help it get through any situation. This was a great way to end the episode.
ご飯だってたくさん食べられるし、これですぐに仲良し。あっちでもぐもぐ、こっちでもぐもぐ。
That's another recap down, hopefully the last one we get, but I don't want to jinx it. I don't really have a ton of analysis to give about this episode. It was fine for what it was, and I thought they made good use of old clips along with new graphics, and my favorite part was the added text and dialogue. The people who actually wrote this episode did really well with the limited opportunities a recap like this provides. I'll just get straight to my rating. It does feel weird giving this an official rating, but this is an official episode, and I'm giving it a 5 out of 10 rating. It was an entertaining 20 minutes, and as I've said before, I will always take content like this over a week off, and speaking of which, I think we are getting a week off before the next episode, which is going to be the start of the semifinals. Leon versus Diantha should be an epic battle. I wonder how much of it we are actually going to see, since I believe the semifinals are going to be 6v6 full battles, and I would be shocked if they showed us an entire 6v6 that did not involve Ash. Part of this episode is going to involve Ash, Go, and Cynthia being somewhere else. I don't really know what was going on here, but as per usual, I will just go into the episode with an open mind, excited for whatever comes our way. We're not finished yet though, as they also released a new special preview, this time hyping up Ash's battle against Cynthia. Straight off the bat, the preview drops the bomb on us that Cynthia is planning on retiring after this tournament, which is not something I was expecting to hear. Quite honestly though, I don't really read that much into this statement. I think Cynthia may go into the battle thinking she's going to retire, then she'll get all excited during the battle. I mean, she literally says that it will galvanize her and this will inspire her to continue on as champion. Let me know if you think Cynthia is actually going to retire. I mean, I guess it could happen, but I don't really think it will, so let's just move on. Like I said before, the semifinals are going to be 6v6, which is pretty crazy. I was expecting another round of 3v3s, but I am certainly not complaining. We are getting a bona fide dream match that people have wanted to see for years. Ash versus Cynthia, and it's going to be a full 6v6 battle. I think Ash's Journeys team is up for the task. I expect a ton of switching in and out, a lot of strategy, plenty of big moments, and in the end it will probably come down to Garchomp versus Lucario, which is a matchup I would expect Ash and Lucario to come out of victorious. I feel like I could talk forever about this matchup and just endlessly speculate on what may or may not happen, but personally I think I'm just going to keep a level head and just wait patiently for the battle to finally start. I don't want to overanalyze or put any crazy expectations on this battle. Like, if this is going to be one of the greatest battles in the history of the anime, then so be it. If not, well, then that's alright too. I'm really looking forward to this battle either way, and I hope all of you are as well. Before I close out this video, I just wanted to keep you all updated after I mentioned in my review last week that I tore my Achilles. Well, I had surgery on it this week, so that's why I have not been able to make any new videos. The surgery was successful, and now I am just resting somewhat comfortably at home. After the initial pain and discomfort wears off, then I will hopefully be able to get to work on some exciting new content for you all, but for now, I just wanted to say thank you all for the well wishes and for your patience as I work through this minor setback. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.